The MD CEO of International Supply Chains Limited, Chief Afam Chukwuma, has highlighted some factors mitigating against the sources of freight forwarding businesses in Nigeria. Chief Afam, who is also the Deputy National President of Seaport of the National Association of Government-Approved Freight Forwarders, (NAGAF), hinted that the constant change in the industry and the economy in general pose as the biggest challenge to the growth of business. He added that the issue of exchange rates and changing custom value is really affecting businesses due to its lack of consistency. International Supply Chain System Limited is an import and export custom license clearing and forwarding consultant agency with vast experience in project shipment and supply chain management. They provide customized import and export services that ensures that clients are relieved of unnecessary stress and hassle, which enable them focus on their business.
I am Chief Afam Chukwuma. I'm the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of International Supply Chain Systems Limited. As you know, we are into freight forwarding, international trade logistics, and other related matters in the maritime industry. What we do, we are into end-to-end international trade logistics. What it means is that from the point of purchase in country of origin, we can move your cargo up to your destination warehouse at the point of origin here in Nigeria. We have partnership and branches in West Africa, in Ghana, in China, where we are not able to have our own offices. We have partners. So from all over the world, also as members of world foremost freight forwarding association, we leverage on that. That is FIATA. We leverage on FIATA also to reach out to other parts of the world. There is no country in the world that is not represented in FIATA, and FIATA presents us that platform to take advantage of ourselves to have some business cooperations. So we're able to reach out, pick cargoes and move them all over the world. These are things we've done for years now. Okay, it's not like magic, or it's not like something, I'm not like marketing, it's something we do often. So there's no problem with that. The only area for now, we do not get involved in is sourcing and purchasing, which had been in our thoughts, but due to the insecurity in the world and the fact that things are becoming a bit more technical, we don't want to chew so much that we can manage. So we allow people to buy their products and just allow us to manage the logistics and the supply chain. That's what we do basically. Yeah, like perhaps a better company, I should say. It's like a concept. It's like a proposal. It's like a dream. I am the founder CEO of the company. It was my brainchild. I've always been in the maritime sector, even before I founded International Supply Chain Systems. My senior brother, my uncle, Sima, has been around the industry since the early 80s when he had his own company. Even before then, he has been around as an apprentice. He has been around. Then I had some other older brothers like Obodo Investment and Co, who gave me the platform of coming around their companies in those days, even while I was a student, to mix up with the staff, go to the wharf. In those days, the wharf has actually revolutionized from the days of pre-shipment inspection to destination inspection that we have now, to change again before they change again to pre-shipment, before it comes back now to destination inspection. There has been so much of modernization and changes. It's a very flexible and dynamic industry. Actually, things change every now and then, so you have to keep adapting as they change. Therefore, I can say that the founding of this company was stemmed out of my interest in the maritime industry. And of course, don't forget that I also, when President Obasanjo was the president of Nigeria, I think towards the end of his first tenure, he came in 1999, I think around 2004, or by early part of his second tenure. That was when he introduced this current destination inspection scheme that we have today. He took, in a bid to revolutionize the customs, he brought in foreign firms to manage some customs operations. That was when we had the likes of ISCS, Cotecna, and Global Scan Systems Limited, issuing what you knew then as RAP, the Risk Assessment Report, which gave birth to what we have today as SPA. Okay, so then you had the scanners in the ports doing the scanning. That period, I was also working and together and consulting for Global Scan, which happened to be the only indigenous firm in that arrangement. SGS is a French company, if I'm correct, and Cotecna is also a foreign firm. I'm sure of this one. So all these interests came together, made me to start off my own. Okay, so it's not like I've always been around, but not always on my own. But this company started firmly immediately after this Obasanjo's revolution of the port system. 2007 precisely. The good thing about international supply chain systems is that the vision and the mission was very clear from the beginning. I developed a business plan that up till today, is it about 60 years or so, 60 years down the line, up till today, I still go to that book once in a while to look at it and see what we have covered and what we have not even exhausted the development plans we have in that book up till today. So it forms the fulcrum and the basic guide for the vision of the company, which is very, very clear. So it's not like the culture has changed per se, but of course, like I said, the industry is dynamic. As things change, you have to adapt immediately. If not, you won't be able to cope. You will agree with me, and I say it in any forum, that the Nigerian Customs Service is the most technologically advanced government institution in Nigeria today. I mean, within the security outfits at least, or the paramilitary. Nigerian Customs Service has embraced innovations in terms of technology more than the Nigerian Police Force, more than the Nigerian Army, more than Nigerian Immigration Service. I stand to be corrected, but I challenge you to go deep and do this analysis, and I have my proofs. I have the facts are there. So that brings about the changes and the constant dynamism I'm talking about. And you have to also keep changing, keep upgrading, keep updating in order to keep your business running. Ask me, I would say the passion for the business, the love for the industry. Because if you ask me my gift or my talent as a person, I will tell you my talent is simplifying complexities. My talent is simplifying complexities. Things that look complex, things that look difficult, things that look intertwined, things that you look at it, you're not seeing solution. I look at it for a few minutes, the ideas are coming on how to resolve these issues. So, and the industry being a logistics industry is full of complexities because the movement of cargoes, the walking around with so many government organizations, it is beyond movement of cargoes because we are also providing values, we are also providing solutions to the nations, we are also contributing in building the nation's economy. If you have, for instance, cargoes containing life-saving drugs, say vaccines, say blood banks, say pharmaceutical products that should be moved under particular temperature, and these are urgently needed at hospital facilities or health facilities, and you are working with particular time that if you do not arrive these cargoes at so time, people's health are already in danger. You must understand that it requires a lot of tact, a lot of precision to be able to save these lives. So you are not just a freight forwarder, you are not just a logistics professional, you are also an important personnel in the value chain, and you must act as such. But for some people, if you are not called, it's like calling. If you are not called into this industry, you are only looking at the financial gains or what you can make. Of course, it will come naturally, but first of all, you must be able to add value. You must be able to be part of the nation building, the economy building, and of course, developing the nation in all aspects. Well, a strategy, should I say, gathering people, encouraging them, those around you, because it's not something you can do alone. Like I say, it's a complex situation. You cannot be here and be there at the same time. So you need to build a team, a strong team, a dedicated team, a team that would have bought into the vision that you have developed and help you to fine-tune it, and they believe in it. And how do you keep them coordinated? How do you galvanize the entire of this trade, your own trade versus the trade of every other person around you, whether those in the office or those in the field, the drivers, those who are highly educated, those who are averagely educated, those who may not even be educated at all. They are all needed at various points as the job goes on. You need to keep everybody together. You need to keep everybody functioning as a unit, as a team. So the ability to keep these human resources together, manage them, and let them understand that this is where we are going, and they are all doing it willingly, not even because they are being coerced. They sleep in the night and they look forward to the next morning so that they can move. I think that is one thing that has worked for us. Policy somersault, policy consistency, quick cargo clearance. The political will to implement good maritime strategies and policies. There is no reason why we should not achieve 48 hours cargo clearance, for instance. When President Goodluck was in charge and Dr. Konji-Iweala was Minister of Finance, they introduced this 48 hours cargo clearance at the port, which we are still struggling to achieve. Whether it was achieved that, we couldn't achieve it, but at least we are trying to, maybe instead of 48 hours we had 4 days, 5 days, That led to the exit of some government agencies in the ports. So they are asked to leave the ports. But today, everybody is back. Trade facilitation is customs #1 job. #1 function of every customs and border control agency is trade facilitation. not revenue generation. What is trade facilitation? That anything you are doing, everything you do as a government agent, you must ensure that there is speedy movement of of goods. There is speedy flow, except where there are strong reasons for you to slow down. But what we have here, people are looking at personal benefits above this singular foundational vision or reason for being there. Now, if we do not solve this thing in the next 5 years, we would have much more serious problems. There must be clear blueprint, there must be clear vision that this is what we want to achieve in our port. Do you know in Ghana today, it can clear goods under 24 hours. But it's not happening here. For instance, you have a cargo, you have all manner of agencies come to examine your cargo inside the wharf. The cost of themselves are up to 5 units that will come. The custom intelligence unit will examine your cargo, the CIU, the chief examiner and his team, the DC terminal and his team, the compliance team, compliance and monitoring. At times, the CGC strike force, they will come inside the terminal to examine your cargo. That's customs. Then police, anti-bomb will examine your cargo. Then the normal police will examine your cargo. NDLEA will examine your cargo. NAFDAC, if it is NAFDAC, they will come. Some, they would come. Okay, after these examinations, and they all give you pass mark, you know what it takes to go to these offices one by one to get their clearance. You think it can happen in 1 day or 2 days? By the time you finish all going to these places to have your cargo released, and then you exit out of the gate, eventually you still have on the road Federal Operations Unit, Customs, CGC, Strike Force. Again, after doing the inside on the road, I think there's one, Custom Police now on the road. They used to have the one they call information reporters. It's like those ones they used to disband every now and then. So you have them on the road, some too on the road. And they say impound your cargo, take it to their various warehouses, and start another round of examination. Meanwhile, it has been cleared in the port. Does it make sense? But it's okay. That's the country we find ourselves. Anyway, they run it. We have to comply. Otherwise, the powers that be will pounce on you. Now, police, for instance, the maritime police will go to shipping company to release your container, or to terminal to write your TDO. They will say blocked by maritime police, and they will think, since they have their reps in the port, why not your men came for examination. The men you sent to the port came for examination, and they have cleared this thing. Why do you want the cargo to be brought to your Obalende office for you to do another examination, or to come there and take another clearance, when you have men on ground who are even seeing it more than you? So all these things bring the process down. So this challenge is on the one part. Then earlier I've talked about the challenge of exchange rates. 2 days ago, I don't know, I've not checked, I learned that exchange rate has changed from 409 to 422. What if you had you have charged your rate, you have charged your fee based on 409, that the par value will come to this. Now at 422, what do you do? And you are in contract. What do you do? It's a challenge. We talk about the road, the port access road. that you take a container out to bring it back. Even to now, current today, as I'm talking to you, we have a container that was supposed to load for the past 4 days. They cannot go in because there is no access road. They have tried various things, the call-up system, the clearing the road, parking outside the port, all manner of trials. The roads are bad. Even when the roads are good, the trucks block the road. The management system, is chaotic. You spend man-hour, and the shipping companies will be charging you demurrage, and they'll tell you it's not their fault, it's not their business that you have not returned their empty. Meanwhile, they all know that we have a problem with our port system. But of course, who blames who takes the loss? The importers and their agents or freight forwarders take the loss, and we push it back to the common man, because of course they are not supposed to make loss every now and then. So there must be a real attempt to coordinate policies that have a clear blueprint integrated development system around the port. All ministries, all stakeholders, all agencies must have a common understanding, a coordinated understanding on how to move the port system forward. And it must come from the top leadership. It is only the top leadership, like the presidency, that can give such executive orders. If not, I don't see any progress. Clients, talking to your staff, talking to some other people who are important to you, it's keeping busy. So my typical day is always busy. Of course, all works and no play makes Jack a dull boy. I play tennis actually. I play lawn tennis. Lawn tennis is my game. I'm a member of Villa Park